We have one final award left, and it's a big one, the Lifetime Achievement Award. The final Habitat Hero Award is the Lifetime Achievement Award, which recognizes the lifetime of dedication to Habitat's mission of building homes, community, and hope. 25 years ago, the recipients founded a Habitat affiliate here in Illinois. And since that time, they have either built or completely rehabbed over 150 homes in their community, and also tithed to build over 275 homes in the Philippines. Talk about an impact. 25 years ago, the recipients were volunteers, and now one of those recipients serves as executive director of the affiliate. Every single night in Lake County, Illinois, and overseas, over 1,700 people sleep in safe and decent and affordable housing, all due to what began 25 years ago by this recipient. And I was talking to one of these recipients last night at the networking event. How fun was that, right? And she was telling me about how, as a child, when she was younger, she had children, and even her 4-year-old daughter would continue to go to all of these Habitat events with her. And continued, she was 4 years old and she's helping out. It was really a family affair. So we only thought it would be appropriate that daughter came to help share with you in celebrating this nomination. So we do have a special guest for presenting our Habitat Hero Award. Habitat is truly a family affair. So you please come up here and share some thoughts. Come on up.
Okay, I will collect myself. Hi, my name is Donovan. I'm Jim and Julie's younger daughter, my older sister, Kat. She has 3 kids at home, so she is very busy, but she sends her love. She couldn't be here today. And this is my husband, Jake Martin, who is here not only because he's my husband, but because he's a Habitat for Humanity alumnus as well. He was an AmeriCorps volunteer with the Lake County affiliate in 2008 and 9, which is actually how we met. Executive director decided to play matchmaker and gave him my phone number.
Thanks, Julie.
Before I say anything else, I want to thank Sarah Mackey, and Brittany Carver. I confirmed with them last night at 9 p.m. that I would be here, and they figured out a way to make this happen. So thank you so much. I'm sure the whole weekend has been amazing, and I've only seen this part, but thank you. To tell you about my parents, oh my, I don't even know where to begin, but I think a nice place to talk about is what it was like to be 6 with the president and the executive director at your dinner table every night. I'm sure you can imagine with those two in my house, what we did on Saturday mornings, we went to construction sites, which is a normal place for any 5-year-old to play, of course. But to tell you about them, really the core message of what I can share it uniquely because I am their daughter. But it's something that I think a lot of people that they've touched in Lake County, and probably a lot of people that they've touched in this room, can tell you. That Jim and Julie, they know how to serve. They know how to work hard. They know how to say yes when they're asked to do something. When they started with Habitat for Humanity, they didn't find it, it found them. Someone showed up, one of their friends said, "This organization is great, our city needs it, will you do it?" And they said yes. I'm sure it was hesitant at times, but they said yes, and they kept saying yes. And they multiplied that by getting other people to say yes as well. And now when I go home, I drive around town and I see these houses that they helped to build. And I see the houses and I see the families. And that's an extension of my family. Even though they don't know me, I know them. I know who they are and I know why they're there. So, what I can tell you about my parents is that they taught me, and they taught plenty of people, that wherever you are, and whoever you are, you have a responsibility to serve. I'm very grateful for that lesson. So, I am very happy to pass the ball to my parents, the Habitat for Humanity Illinois 2014 Lifetime Achievement Award winners, Jim and Julie Donovan.
Just a little over 25 years ago, I was asked to come to a meeting, and I said, no, I'm too busy. I had 2 little children, and a husband, and a fairly new job. I was very busy, but I went to the meeting, and I took notes, and pretty soon we were founding Habitat, and pretty soon Jim and I were out doing meetings, and he always did the front of the room, and I sort of took care of the back of the room, because he was a really great speaker, and I was a little nervous at the time. But I found... But I found over time that I absolutely loved what I was doing, and I was volunteering and squeezing it in around picking her up from nursery school and her sister from kindergarten, and pretty soon they were in school all day, stayed till 3 and then 5, and then I just never came home for a while. and they all put up with it, my dear husband and my 2 children, because we did live and breathe Habitat, and we lived in Illinois, and none of our family lived in Illinois. And so while I had my wonderful family with me supporting everything that we did, my Habitat family grew, and today there's approximately 200 families who are my Habitat families, and I've seen their kids grow. She played with some of them. They're moms and their grandmas now, and dads and grandpas. I have a Habitat family in my staff, an amazing, wonderful staff who isn't here today, but who I laugh with, I pray with, I cry with. A fabulous staff, and many of us have been together almost 25 years, so lifetime for a lot of us. But my family includes our Habitat International family, all the people. Jim Carr's here, I've known him for many, many years. I went to our first habitation in 1989. We met Jimmy Carver, and that got us all pumped up. My Habitat International family has been fabulous. And our Habitat Illinois family, some of you I know, some of you I don't, but we're all in this together, and it's so great to be doing this mission. And more recently, our Chicagoland Habitat family that's working together very hard to build homes, build community, build hope. So I encourage you, whether you're just new to Habitat or you've been here for a while, to just enjoy it. Enjoy it and know you are really doing God's work. I know you already know that, but I hope you enjoy the family that you work with, just as I enjoy my family. And Jake, thank you for joining my family as AmeriCorps and now Habitat family. So I'm honored, we are honored to receive this award. Thank you to my staff for nominating me and for you choosing me. And I hope to get to know more of you over the years. Thank you very much.
Do you want to say anything to him?
Yes. When asked, do I want to say anything, she knows me well, she responded, he always does. I didn't work the front of the room while Julie was in the back because I was a better speaker. I'm just more of a ham. Just a couple of things. And I guess this is, if you will, a couple anecdotes which can be advice to those of you who are, I guess almost all of you are newer in Habitat than we are. One is, as Chris mentioned, she was having dinner with the president and the executive director of the local affiliate, which means, yes, I was my wife's board president. And if you think, isn't there a potential of conflict for interest there? The answer is, yes, there most certainly is. Which is why we did things to bend over backwards to deal with that. I ended up becoming so knowledgeable in conflict of interest that when Habitat for Humanity International had me out doing trainings, one of the things they had me teach affiliates about was conflict of interest. But nonetheless, as hard as it was, because I had to remember when my wife came home after a hard day with a problem, is she looking for a president to help her solve a problem, or is she looking for a husband to just listen? Eventually, we figured that out. So if you're having difficulties supporting your spouse's addiction to Habitat for Humanity, it can be done. The best advice is listen a lot. The other thing is, in terms of growing up with two parents in Habitat who were going to meetings, and then In our spare time, we went to some other meetings. Eventually, some of you are in that same situation, and eventually you will have to find the right balance. We knew we had to find the right balance when one day we're watching our two preschool children playing, and they're playing house, and so they played having dinner, and it was a sort of tea party, only a little more with dinner. And then at the end of the dinner, one of them says, "Okay," and she stands up and puts a manila folder under her arm and says, "Now I'm going to my meeting." And we realized that's what playing house is for these. Julie, we gotta cut back. And we cut back enough that she still loves us, but not so much that this woman hasn't been able to build hundreds of houses.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. And we are so excited for all of you to have celebrated with us today during this fabulous luncheon.